Have you ever wondered what it would be like to be a person of powerful, positive influence with every single person you ever met in your life? What if you could speak and communicate and connect in a way that influenced those people to improve their lives, to become a better version of themselves, to accelerate their success, to achieve more, to become more, to do more? How cool would it be to be a person of positive, powerful influence? If you're anything like me, you strive to be a person of positive influence every single day. But the question becomes, how do we influence people? We influence people by first and foremost earning their trust. You see, the people that you trust most are the people that have the most influence over your life. It's not that we can't influence people if they don't trust us, but there's certainly a different level of depth and connection when someone does trust you. But here's the problem. How do we get to trust? How do we earn that trust? The first step to earning trust is getting someone to like you. To like you. That's why there's this saying in business, people do business with people they know, like, and trust. In that order. People can't like you if they don't know you, and they can't trust you if they don't like you. But here's the thing, how do we get people to like us? The age-old question. That's why one of the most successful books that's ever been published is called How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Because we know as humans, there is power, there is strength in the ability to influence other humans. This is not an evil skill. This is an important skill for anyone who wants to make a massive, positive, significant difference and impact in the world. With your voice, with your life, with your gifts and your talents, doing your calling, your purpose in a way that helps other people. And if you want to help other people, you got to be able to influence other people. And by the way, it's not too bad when you also hear people like Myron Golden, who I look up to and respect and admire in the space of helping people to be their best and to achieve their goals and to build their business. He says, influence, this word, influence, can create affluence. Now, I'm not here to talk about this part of it, but I am here to help you be fully and thoroughly convinced that it should be your job to become a person of powerful, positive influence. Because if you can do that, you can open up doors to opportunities that you've never imagined possible before. And this might sound like hyperbole, and I'm just trying to hype it up. And the truth is, I am trying to hype it up. Because I know for certain, as a coach that's been helping entrepreneurs for years now, and a speaker that's traveled the country speaking with large groups of people, I know for certain that the thing that holds most people back from actually taking action and changing their life or improving their situation and going to their next level is the fact that they're not thoroughly convinced of the thing. If you're not thoroughly convinced that the thing, whatever the thing is going to matter and make a difference in your life, then you're not going to do it. So if you're not thoroughly convinced that becoming a person of influence and influence itself is powerful, if you're not convinced of that, if you're not convinced that it's not just powerful, but it's important for achieving your greatest potential and accelerating your success and reaching and helping even more people with your gifts and your talents, you ain't going to do the things I'm about to tell you. But the things I'm about to tell you are 5 very specific, practical steps that you can start using now, today, to get people to like you. Because if you can get people to like you, you have an opportunity to earn trust. But the first step is get them to like you. We're going to skip the know part. I can make videos. I'm going to make videos in the future on like how do you get more people to know you, specifically using social media and content strategies. But right here, right now, I want to help you get more people to like you faster. And so one of the reasons I know this is important, and I know you know it's important because like so many people, we want people to like us. It's just human nature because we want to feel connected to other people. In fact, it's so important that God wired our brains to activate the parts of our brains when we feel social rejection. Like, think about it this way. So there's a great book called Social by Matthew Lieberman. And in that book, he talks about all things about how humans are wired to be connected. But one thing that's really fascinating to me is he and his research team found that when we feel emotional rejection or social rejection, that pain, we're like, oh, it hurts to be rejected, or it hurts to be embarrassed, or it hurts when someone rejects me or doesn't accept me, or it hurts when someone doesn't like me. The same part of our brain is activated in those experiences as when we feel physical pain. So like if I get punched in the face, the same parts of my brain will activate as if you reject me socially in a social setting. Or if I feel embarrassed, I feel some type of disconnectivity to another human being for one reason or another. And so the reason this is important to know is like we want people to like us. But the question is, how do we do it most effectively? The other reason I know it's important is recently my wife was telling me she's been doing this workout program online. She bought this monthly membership to a ladies' workout program. And recently, this lady, apparently, she's not been liking her as much. She's like, hey, I'm not feeling it. She's doing these things. The exact things don't matter. But she's like, I'm just not liking her as much. And so she tested out a free trial of someone else's program. And she's like, man, I really like this lady. She's doing some different stuff, but I really like her. And at the end of the day, most of us humans make decisions, especially buying decisions, and asking for help or bringing people on our team or joining someone else's team based on, do we like another human being? Do we like people? So like this might sound superficial, but the reality is we are wired as humans. This is how God made us. We are wired to want people to like us and to need people to like us so that we can fulfill our purpose in doing the work that we do. Because if we don't get people to like us, they won't do business with us. They won't want to help us or support us or buy from us or partner with us or bring us on their team or join our team. So it is vital to get people to like us. So the very first thing that I want you to do, to think about when you want to get someone to like you, is this. Let me erase Myron Golden's quote, influence can create affluence. Number one, like them first. Now, this might sound really simplistic, but here's the thing. How many people do you genuinely, authentically like? You really like the person, and they don't like you back? How many? And I'm not talking about like your celebrity friends or athletes or whomever, like influencers that you follow. Like, I really like them. I'm kind of talking, but like for purpose sake here, we'll get to that kind of stuff in future videos. But like a friend, family member, someone you know from church or in your community, like, do they like you back? I'm willing to bet that the people that you like most in your social circles or in your family are people that like you too. Like back to Matthew Lieberman's point, we're wired for social connection. We want people to like us. And what I found personally, anecdotally, and I'm sure you found for yourself as well, is when someone likes you, you are more apt to like that person. Because you're like, wait a sec, you like me too? Okay. Did we just become best friends? So like you have got to have this as part of your strategy. You've got to like the other person. And one way to do that, you're like, well, how do I like them if I don't even know them? Here's one strategy I'll give you for how to like people before you ever even know them, is to have a general core philosophy in life that you just love people. Like this is one that I've carried around most of my life, at least consciously as far as I remember all of my life. And I believe it's really served me, and I know it can serve you. Because if you generally and genuinely love people, you're going to connect with them much faster. Like I remember going to the gym the other day, and someone looked at me, and she's like, are you ever upset? And of course I said, yeah. I actually kind of jokingly said, I'm upset all the time. But like the point she was trying to make, and others had said it before, is like, you always seem happy and joyful. And the truth is, a big part of that reason that I seem happy and joyful to other people is that I genuinely and generally love people. Yes, I'm probably on the introvert-extrovert scale. I'm probably on the side closer to extrovert. I'm not the full extrovert, but I'm probably leaning that way. The reason I tell you that is like, wherever you are on that scale of introvert to extrovert, if you love people, you will get excited to be around people. And so if you can get excited to be around people, you have a chance to show people that you like them. And if you can show people you like them, they are more apt. They're more likely. I don't know why I keep saying apt. They're apt. They're more likely to like you. And the second thing you can do, care about, you're not going to believe this one when I say it, so hang on with me. Their problems and struggles, we could add challenges, problems, struggles, challenges, I just won't write it out, more than yours or your own. I could probably also use the greater than sign or whatever that is. So, you've got to care about other people's problems, challenges, and struggles more than your own. Now listen, I'm not saying your problems, challenges, and struggles are not significant or important, or you should never talk about them with other people. Right? That's called being vulnerable. That's called being human and being able to connect with other people. But here's the thing. If you can become the kind of person that shows people they are seen and heard and cared about, especially when it comes to their problems and struggles and challenges, which they probably don't share with many people, then you will become a person they like. Why? Because there is a deficit, maybe in the world, but definitely in the United States, there is a deficit of people willing, not just willing and able, but willing and able and excited and passionate about showing other people they are seen and they are heard. There's so much noise all over the place all the time, and rightfully so, in the sense of like, if you've got a family, you've got kids, you've got a job, you've got work, you've got side hustles, you've got community, volunteering, you've got family stuff going on, like there's so much stuff going on. But because there's so much stuff going on, we often rush through life, we rush through conversations, and then because we rush through things, we don't slow down enough to give someone the space and the presence of our being to say, what's going on? Tell them about those challenges, those problems, and those struggles. I'm not going to get into the tactics of how do you bring these things up and how do you talk about people's struggles and challenges in this video specifically, but the general belief or philosophy you've got to have is that you care more about the other person's problems and struggles than your own. Because if we care too much or more about our own problems and struggles than the other persons that we're trying to get to like us, then we're going to focus on us. And if we focus on us, we lose focus on the other person. If we lose focus on the other person, they will not like us. We will lose connectivity. And the best way to get someone to like you is to maintain and strengthen and build that connectivity, that feeling of rapport as fast as possible and then as much as possible through the duration of the interaction and conversation. Number 3. So number 1, like them first. Number 2, care about their problems, struggles, and challenges more than yours. Number 4, this is a good one. Am I on 4? No, I'm on 3. Keep count, dude. Number 3. Care about their success more than yours. You've got to care about their success more than your own. There's a great phrase by Zig Ziglar that you've probably heard before if you've ever paid any attention to the personal development, personal growth, motivation, achievement space. Zig Ziglar is one of the original greats in this space. And he said, I'm not even going to attempt his accent because it's amazing and I'd probably ruin it. If you can help enough people get exactly what they want, then you can get everything that you want. If you can help enough people get what they want, you can get anything and everything that you want. If you truly care about other people's success more than yours, then your success will follow. But the problem is, too many of us are like, well, I want to get my success, and once I get my success, then I can help other people with their success. And yes, there's a level of this dance and balance of like, I've got to be able to achieve certain levels so that I can turn around or turn to my side and say, here's what I've been doing, here's how I can help you. But also, there's ways we can help anyone around us at any given moment with whatever resources and resourcefulness that we have in that moment. So like, even if you're talking to a billionaire that's built a massive, incredible business, how can you help them with their success? And maybe there's no way that you can help them with their success in that moment, but what you can do is you can still care about their success more than your own. Because, as Dale Carnegie says in his book, as I've already referenced, How to Win Friends and Influence People, pop quiz, put it in the comments if you can get to it before I say it. What does Dale Carnegie say is the best way to be interesting to other people? How can you be most interesting to other people? Put it in the comments. Do you have it? Pop quiz. He says, if you want to seem interesting, be interested. Be interested. And you will be interested in other people. You'll be curious. You'll ask questions. You'll be right there with that person or those people if you care about their success more than your own. If you care about, back to number 2, you care about their problems, struggles, and challenges more than your own. Generally speaking, if you care about other people's life, situations, circumstances, goals, dreams, fears more than your own, you'll build connection. You'll get them to like you fast. All right, now we're on number 4. Make sure I keep you on track now that I skipped or tried to skip one. This is one of my favorites. You've got to have tremendous faith and belief in the future. That the future generally, and your future specifically, that the future, your future, will be bigger, better, and brighter than anything you've ever imagined or experienced to this point in your life. Because if you can believe that the future is going to be bigger, better, and brighter, what can you do for other people? You can inspire them to believe the future is going to be bigger, better, and brighter as well. One of the things that most people they don't have is a general hope and faith that the future is going to be incredible and amazing. It has blown my mind. It has blown my mind the times that I just have a little tiny bit of optimism and faith and hope in the future, and someone just feels so inspired and uplifted and excited. Like, JJ, well, how do you have so much energy and excitement? I'm like, because the future's going to be, I'm looking at it right now in my mind's eye, and it's going to be incredible. It's going to be incredible. And people want to have that feeling that they just, literally the feeling that the future, their future, is going to be bigger, better, and brighter than their current present reality while they are stuck and struggling and not exactly where they want to be. And if you can have that hope and faith and optimism and a belief in a future that's bigger, better, and brighter than the current reality, then you're someone that will inspire other people to start to have that hope too. You will ignite something inside of them to know, well, just something about this person. Like, I feel stuck and struggling and like the future looks bleak and unclear and foggy, and like I feel like the tunnel is dark. But this person sees light at the end of the tunnel. It doesn't seem like it's a train. It seems like this person believes there's amazing things happening. It seems like this person is excited for what's to come. And if you can be that person that shows up with the energy that comes from a big, massive, tremendous hope and faith in a bigger, better, brighter future, that will rub off on other people. That is contagious. That hope, that faith is contagious. You will be a light in the world, friend. And you will light up the people around you. And if you can light up people around you, people want more light. There's so much darkness in the world. People crave light. And if you can show up in a way with greater hope and faith in the future, that means you are exuding this incredible light that people will be attracted to. And if they're attracted to you for that, they will like you. And if they like you, you will certainly earn the opportunity to earn trust. Now, let's move on to number 5. This is one of my favorites. This is literally like my mantra right now. So I really hope you'll hang around for the next minute because this one could be a game changer. If the only thing you do is this 5th and final point, I'm telling you, and I'm setting it up in a big way right now because I want you to listen to this one and take it and use it. Because it comes from this little teeny tiny book. If you can guess before I write it, tell me in the chat what book you think it is. Maybe, I don't know. I can't tell. I can't see the cameras. I can't tell if you see what it is. But if you can guess what it is, you win. You win the prize of guessing what it is. Okay. And now maybe I can hide this for a second until I can, don't look at the screen. I want to show you what it is. I want to reveal all in one time. Ready? Here it is. Leave everyone, note, this does not say some people, leave everyone you meet with the impression of increase. I'll tell you what that means in a second. But first, let me tell you where it came from because I got to give credit where credit is due. From this, did you guess the book? The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles. I highly recommend the book. It's only about 77, 75 pages, something like that. But he says in this book, leave everyone you meet with the impression of increase, with the feeling that you are an advancing person. Now, why will this make people like you? Because again, similar to point number 4, where people are attracted to people who have belief and hope and faith in the bigger, better, brighter future, if you can be the kind of person that helps people see that you're an advancing person, they'll want to be on your team. And I use the term team. By the way, I write about that a lot in my book. A lot of these same concepts come from my book, Attract Your Potential. I write about them in my book, Attract Your Potential, so you feel free to go get yourself a copy if you want to dive deeper into a lot of this stuff. But I bring it up because I talk about a lot in my book that people want to be around people that help them to be successful. People are attracted to people who are on their way to success. Like, think about this way. Did you ever, like, as an example, I had a few people that I was around growing up like this, or we're like, man, this person's going to like D1 sports. They might go pro, like they're really good. And like, man, I really want to see this person's success. I want to be around them. I want to see what they do. I want to follow the journey. Like, when we see people on the come up and we're like, we know they're going somewhere. We know they're going to make it. We know they're going to play in the big leagues. We know they're going to play in the NFL. They're going to play at the highest level. Like, I can just see it. I can sense it. They got the skill. They got the talent. They got the attitude. They got the leadership. They're going to do it. We want to follow that journey. We want to be a part in any way we can. We want to be a part of what they're doing. We want to see it to fruition. We want to know that we saw them before they got going, before they made it all the way to the top. And then we want to celebrate and say, see, I knew they were going to do it. People want to be a part of success stories. Let me say that again. People want to be a part of success stories. And if people can interact with you and feel like you are an advancing person, that you are a person of increase, they can sense increase around you. They can sense like you're doing something special. You're making it. You're like going places. You're doing big things. They'll want to support you. They'll want to be around you, which will automatically make them like you. And this is not fake. This is a genuine, back to point 4, this is a genuine faith and belief that the future is going to be bigger, better, and brighter, and that you will experience a bigger, better, brighter future, that you are going to do something significant and special and meaningful and awesome in this world. Not selfishly, but selflessly in the way that you serve and show up and help and reach many, many, many people. Making a huge impact with your life and your voice and your message and your experiences. And so when you leave everyone you meet with the impression of increase, number 1, they'll be like, wow, you're going somewhere. But number 2, and this is the secret, it'll inspire them to believe they can do something big too. It'll fuel something in them. It'll ignite something in them. It'll get the power activated in them to believe they can do something big and special and significant. And they can be a person of increase. And they are an advancing person. Your contagious energy will rub off onto them. And they will feel excited and alive and passionate and believe in the power inside of them to do something big, to know they've got it inside of them to do something meaningful. And if you do these 5 things, I know for certain that you'll get people to like you even faster. Even more of those people will like you, and you will give yourself the opportunity to earn the trust, which will give you the chance to influence these people. Whether it's in a one-on-one setting, or in a big group setting, or on a stage, or in a team meeting, like everywhere you go, the mindset needs to be, I am a person of powerful, positive influence. And everything you do, I am a person of positive, powerful influence. And everyone you meet, leave everyone you meet with the impression of increase. And if you do this 5th point, I told you before, it's like it is my mantra right now. I'm studying this book. I'm rereading, underlining, re-underlining, highlighting, because I know for certain that if you show up and do things this way in everything you do, not some of the things you do, in everything you do, with this mindset, with this attitude, with this energy, with this expectation, it'll change everything. You'll start to magnetize more of the right people to you to want to help you to be on your team and to help you go where you've never even imagined yet. Like bigger possibilities than you've ever even fathomed. But the more you can draw and attract more of the right people to you, you can help them, they can help you. And as Zig Ziglar said, if you help enough people get what they want, you will have exactly what you want. And so if you get more people to like you, you can influence these people, and you can help them get what they want, which will help you get what you want. Friend, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it has blessed you and served you and influenced you and left you with the impression of increase. If you've liked this and you've hung around this long, please let me know in the comments below. What have you enjoyed about this video? What do you want to hear more of? What questions you have from all of this? Because I'd love to come back and make videos that answer your questions and give you even more value that you are looking for to tap into your greatest potential. Go to your highest heights of achievement and fulfill your God-given calling, using your gifts and talents to bless and serve humanity in a meaningful, important, positive, impactful way. Friend, whatever you're going after, refuse to settle for anything less than your greatest potential and just keep going. You've got this.